Previously on Survivor. Tribes competed in their second immunity challenge of stacking cups against each other, which saw the newbies have a mental lapse that allowed the vets to claim their first victory. Hidden amongst the cups, Jackie and Drew found...
You have found half of an idol.
The newbies debated who should be the first to go, and even tossed around the idea of going to rocks.
That's the truest way to show solidarity.
In the end, Kyle was the first newbie voted out of the game. 10 remain, who will be voted out tonight.
I mean, I voted down alphabetically, like I said I would. And I had to get clarification immediately after the vote was over, but I couldn't find Kyle, so we went over to Drew. I was like, how do you spell Kyle's name? And he said, it's K-Well. I'm like, yeah, that's how I spelled it. He's like, no, like that's it. That was, as far as not knowing what the sixth vote was, like, good on you. I appreciate that.
Welcome to your next immunity challenge. Alright, as you see, the newbies vote up Kyle. We have even 5-5 split now. So this next immunity challenge is going to be pretty simple. It brings you back in the day of a good game of telephone. So up there on the hill, I have 4 puzzle pieces put in order. What you're going to need to do is we're going to have one member from each team up there. You're not able to show those puzzle pieces to anyone on your team, but you're going to need to communicate with each other in kind of a conveyor belt fashion to be able to tell what the pieces are in what order, and make sure your puzzle maker is able to stack them up in order and the right ones before the other tribe to win immunity. So a couple things to know is, one, over there is like a memory game. So when you're given the instructions from the last member, you're going to run, you're going to pick up one of those cards, you're going to keep it down, you're not going to look at it, and then for the tribe that's using this side, you're going to turn it over at the green trash can. For the other tribe, yours is on the exact other side, you'll turn it over at the little barbecue stand thing, and that's where you'll look at it. If that's the card that you want, you can play it down. You can have max 4 cards flipped up in front of you there at a time. Otherwise, you have to go and put it right back where it was in the memory stack and keep going until you figure out the right order and the right 4 puzzle pieces. So you guys are going to need to figure out who's going to be in what station. All right, everyone, take your spots. Rose ready, go! The first clue's coming in. Who's the first one? Flip. come out, stand out, come out. Black cross, black cross, black cross. A lot of motion. Both of them are just flipping 4 cards over. Hold on.
Go, Dustin, let's go!
Ours, I heard black, right? I heard red for us from that.
Okay.
So,
I'll double
so
check.
that's really weird.
Come on, girl, faster.
I already got them all 4 memorized. What number? No.
No.
That's the last. That's only the last one.
I'm starting to get tired. We've only just begun this challenge.
Yeah, we can, okay. He's just looking.
Which tribe is going to work well together?
I don't know how far everybody is. If they're winning or not.
Looks like right now it's just the puzzle makers running back and forth trying to find pieces.
4 quarters. Blue check.
That's incorrect.
Blue check.
Incorrect. Get ready.
She's on the first one.
It's a orange shape with 4 purple corners with a heart.
3 stars.
Yes, with 3 stars.
Run forward, Dave. Get ball!
4 purple corners with a heart-ish shape. Oh, top to bottom. What do we have?
Green on top, purple on bottom.
Purple rocket ship.
Something's wrong.
All right. Run it from the top one more time. To the center hole.
Black smoke. Purple outline.
No, just the black cross.
Check, please.
That is incorrect.
Check.
That is incorrect.
I don't even understand this. This is not my game.
We got it. We got faith.
Drew's good with this stuff. I'm glad that I'm not.
Really good on the communication.
Yeah.
We got it.
The second one is the green J with the purple outline. Got it. The third one is the black cross. The fourth one is the heart shape with the four purple. How big is the black cross? Is it small?
Check.
Wrong.
How big is the cross? So this is the card. How big is the orientation?
How big is the cross?
Like, maybe your pinky to the middle.
Something's wrong. What are you doing wrong? Who's gonna figure it out?
It's like the plus line. How big? Like 3/4 of the cross.
Fatigue's starting to set in.
Is there stuff in the corners on the last one? Stuff in the corners on the last one.
Yes, 4 purple corners.
4 purple corners.
That's it. That's the one we're 2 rocket ships. The purple one, yeah? The first one at the cross. How big on the cross? It's a plus sign, yeah? Yeah. How big are the crosses? Like that? That's what I'm saying. There's 2. There's 2 black crosses. Your pinky to the cross.
Steven!
We get the right order.
Diamond corner!
Backwards.
No, it was right.
Sorry, like Jackie, a female pinky.
Newbies are making their strategies known loud and clear. Vets are keeping it private.
Check.
That is incorrect.
What?
Could it be 1 through 4, 4 through 1?
Purple outline on the J.
Purple outline.
I got that. I don't need that.
A lot of cards, a lot of possibilities.
Double check the color of the rocket.
I love his accent.
Purple Rockies, right? Yeah, purple Rockies.
Like a smoky forecast shape along with it.
I had it.
Okay, the next one is the green shape with the purple outline.
I got that one for sure.
The third one is the black cross the size of a female pinky. Right, there's 2, but yeah. And the last one is the fucking heart-shaped shape with the 4 purple corners.
Is it a U shape?
Heart shape.
Is it the heart? Is it like a U? Or it's like a pointy heart?
Is the heart like a U? Yes. Yes, yes it is. Yes, yes, yes. The heart is like a U.
The heart is like a U, Dustin. The heart is like a U, Dustin.
God damn it.
Come on, Dustin, let's do this.
Running and running. What are we doing wrong? Who's going to crack the code? Who's going to fail for their team?
Pinky laying down, yeah? Is it the pinky laying down or is it like the size of a pinky?
Pinky laying down like the size of a pinky.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Newbies have won!
We had that! We had that!
Well, we'll get the cards and then they go
Yeah.
back.
Newbies have won immunity.
Oh, they had to be horizontal?
Yeah, we
That's
had it.
dirty!
We had it early.
Exactly like it was up there. Both tribes had it, but that final detail.
I just shouted orientation, but only for the cross, because I didn't know if it was a multiplier.
Next, I will see you guys at Tribal Council.
That challenge actually went a lot better than we expected. We broke it down. Basically, our strongest communicator went at the top to try and give the most accurate depiction of what was up there to our second strongest, and then I just ran the lengths, and we lucked out there was some distinctive features on the cards. However, towards the end, we realized everything was a lot more difficult than we
thought. So it was just a question of continually running down the chain of communication to figure out, and then luckily just pulling out at the end there.
Probably sheer luck that seemed like both teams were probably having the same orientation issues, but Dustin just figured it out before they did.
Oh, it was awesome. It was really fun. Our team did really well. Small oversight kind of threw off the whole game, but we pulled it out. Dustin's a hustler, and he figured it out at the end. So really good teamwork. It was a great game.
Immediate strategy was that we wanted to have the two professional signers to be, you know, on a back-to-back, right? But I really wanted Jackie describing everything. I've played games with her before, and I have a lot of trust in the way that she likes to describe things when we're looking for abstract imagery. We had no idea what the cards were going to look like. It didn't even occur to me until about halfway through that they were hand-drawn, so well done. But we knew that Jackie had to be at the front and that Dustin had to be running suicides because it's a Saturday morning and he's not at Orange Theory right now, so like might as well get that in.
There was basically nothing else that we felt that we could do on our end. We felt we had communicated everything. And so when the same questions kept coming back, it was like we felt a little bit helpless back here because we were just saying the same things over and over again. And so we were just like waiting because he was still running, and so we knew he was doing something. We just didn't know what exactly was going on.
We hadn't considered how specific the cards had to be lined up. That orientation would matter ultimately when we described a card by its shape. I think the go-to for the fourth card was a heart-ish brown thing with 4 purple corners, and then we were like, how can it have 4 corners if it's a heart? And then that was a little thing we had to work out.
Oh man, what a good challenge. It definitely tested the telephone and basically did what you'd think it would, which is kind of screw up from the beginning to the end. The orientation never got told. The first clue was there's 2 rocket ships with 3 stars. It was definitely 1. So that messed me up. And then the only thing we really had square away was the green J with the purple heart. I got black cross, but there were 2 different sizes of black crosses. It was not the first one. And then the last one I was told 4 corners with a purple heart, and it was definitely not that. And so, you know, there was only, like I said, the one. So it was just process of elimination. We literally cycled through every single card, and then had to go back the second time before figuring out it was actually left to right, which was just a guess, basically. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just so you know, you had them all at one point, but it was vertical instead of horizontal.
It's in order.
It needed to be exactly like
yeah,
it was up there.
And I should have said that.
Same thing with them. They had the same thing. It was vertical, and then you guys messed it up, and then he switched.
I didn't know that mattered.
I
didn't
thought
know
it didn't
that it mattered either.
I thought it was just getting them in order.
I don't know exactly what happened. I thought it was going to be a really easy challenge, but I couldn't see anything, so I was all the way back there. I felt like the anchor did a really good job. I felt like Drew did a good job too. I think it was just a timing thing, and I think maybe he was getting a little. He said he mentioned he had lost a card, he couldn't find it or something. So I don't know.
Didn't kind of overlook the small things. You know, like they said, it was supposed to be horizontal, not vertical, and you know, I think everybody did a really good job. And you know, Drew definitely running back and forth. You know, it's tough when you have to rely on your memory, especially as you're running back and forth. You know, it's hard to remember where you put down cards. So
I think that we communicated all the clues correctly. I just think that there was so many similarities in the cards that Drew had on the last couple, and then not knowing that it had to be in a certain vertical or horizontal, that kind of played a big part of it.
For that challenge? I don't know. I mean, did Drew line them up? You read left to right, right to left, right?
I hate that we lost, because if we merge next time, we're fucking down in numbers, which is not what you want to be in this game. And I'm assuming those 5 are tight, and I don't think anybody's gonna budge. So it sucks, and it sucks that I'm the one that lost it for us.
I really don't have anyone to blame. I think we all worked together collectively, so right now I couldn't even tell you who's to blame.
One family wanted to cross the bridge halfway through, and I'm legitimately like, well, we just wait for like 10 minutes, and we can't actually know it's a shared bridge. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, and it was funny because the girl was running down, like for the first part, and I just shouted to you, and she's like, "Why was I running?"
Yeah, we're sitting so close to each other that it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Chris has been lurking. I heard that he suspects both Katie and I of having idols, and so he's definitely been lurking in places and gathering private information.
I think Chris suspects that either Jackie or I have one. So I'm also trying to add information to make it seem like I don't have one.
Me and Katie have a thing going, so, you know, we came as friends, so we're probably like the strongest alliance right now.
I'm just telling him that what Kyle told me about, because Kyle and I shared our clues with each other.
Okay.
Because Kyle knew that I had one, so there was no point. But that's why I know that there's at least another one, because people don't know how many there are. But I know that there's another one because the other clue had to do with water, and mine was in a fire pit, so.
Cards to look at.
Yeah, so that's hard. Look at this. That's totally.
That's
Go look at theirs. Hurry, go look at theirs. See if they have something different. Go look at the cards like that.
There were a couple cards in there. One said that there were 3 idols in the game, and the word on the street right now is that basically there are no idols in play just yet. People think it's early, but obviously that's not the case. And the other one said you have to dig. So without giving away too much, these are my shovels.
Yeah, there's nothing.
And fucking, I saw the clues, and I didn't realize if I could have taken them and put them in my pocket, so I left them out, which I shouldn't because then everybody saw. I wanted to keep them and just tell Annie, and it was just fucking stupid.
Well, we're digging and digging and digging because we got a clue, or Drew got a clue in the last one about digging for the idol, and there's three in the game. I'm looking, I'm hunting. So my next action is going to be to dig through the fire pit. So I'm going to do that next.
So I was like, I tried in there, but I didn't try to look at all these blocks. All
I checked the horseshoe pit pretty good. I scraped those, and earlier did a scouting trip over towards the lake, so I think there's some soft spots. I was even checking a little bit in between the horseshoe pit, but I didn't want to give it away that I knew that, you know, if obviously I'm going square away and just keep digging, it looked like Ben, so they look a little disheveled over there.
I don't know, I think that desperately, one of them got an idol, they're playing it off like hell, because obviously they have to, but I don't know.
We
wouldn't know until... I mean, I'm noticing that a lot of people seem to be trying to figure out where idols are, so I'm seeing a lot of the vets trying to sneak around, and they're also having quite a few off-the-side conversations, which is a little bit worrying because I feel they may know what's coming even though they don't know the challenges, but they've just had the past experience.
So I feel like I've already probably passed over it because I've dug everywhere. So I'm a little frustrated because I don't know where else to look at this point. How did they get both of them?
We got them.
Oh.
But I think they had them too, but they probably took them.
Got it.
I am so sorry, guys. We're still trying to find those idols now that we know there's 3. And one clue said not to dig, but a different one said to dig. So it's like which clues go with what. So that's what we're still trying to figure out right now.
So now we have to dig?
For an idol, yeah.
There's 3
But there's not 3 dug, there's 3 in the game.
in the game. One of them we have to dig for.
Okay.
Well, I know that our team kind of thinks that the girls are going to kind of try to come and align with us and make us feel comfortable to get our information from us. So we've all talked about still sticking strong even though we have lower numbers, and we're just hoping to be able to maybe pull some of them over once we merge.
Like I'm thinking, did you dig it in the water?
I think I covered pretty much all 4 of those. There wasn't anything.
I don't feel like
looked at so much stuff, and
then Dustin sweeped through after. He didn't see anything.
I just don't.
I saw that duck, that chicken.
Oh yeah, I dumped like 5 gallons of sand out of my shoe. Take one for the team, right guys?
This would be something.
You can't.
Group's a little quiet right now, so that concerns me a little bit, but we got to push our morale back up to where we were before we lost this challenge. Right.
Was there like places you could dig and stuff over on that other side?
I don't remember that. Nothing in there either.
See, you get in there.
Oh, wait. As I get sucked in by some creature that's like that's how horrible it
Sucks up in.
And everybody was
All over right now. We found a couple clues in that last one. It said one we had to dig for, one we didn't have to, or sorry, one we had to dig for. There's 3 out there still, so we're kind of trying to dig someplace else. We thought we overheard the other team mention something about there being a man-made, or being hidden near something man-made, so we've been kind of checking benches, some of these different little housing areas here, and even on the trash cans stuff, haven't turned up anything, so.
I think like Josh.
Josh has a crazy mind.
This is true.
He what?
He has a crazy mind. So he can do it me.
I don't know, guys.
Then he said not to look up.
But that could be for that could be a different one.
Because then one time it said do not dig, and now it's to dig.
Right.
It would be interesting to know, like, what.
I bet you it's a necklace.
Yeah. I bet you he used like that brown stuff.
Yeah.
Just one?
There's 3. No. Anything you have to offer? I have been looking for these idols, trying to stay alive. I know my time. I could be going home too. So no, nothing else. Close knit group over there too, and same on our end. So we'll hopeful for a merger soon. Now it's like there's 3. Yep.
Markers. Yeah. And there was a bunch over here. That's how I got that.
I saw that
I mean, we've done a little bit of strategy talk, Drew and I, a little bit about after this happens, if we're gonna merge, how we'll work once we merge with the team over there.
I just don't think you can come all the way over here. What do you think?
I'm just trying to think how much he would have really did at night. Or it was being dark, even with a flashlight.
So true, like where can he be in? Where?
He looked at it pretty big here.
Yeah, and they could already be found. Did you say we don't have to look high?
He said don't look up.
Don't look up.
You don't need to look up?
And then there was
But then he said no need to dig, but now we know we need to dig.
so those are for different idols. That's the thing. It's like, what is he doing? I just have no idea.
I've been looking to see if anything's
It would seem obvious. Like, can you undo the trash bag and look at the bottom of the trash can?
I'm not gonna.
No, I mean like take the trash bag out. And then bottom of the town.
What if I take it out? I get it, right? Yeah. Somebody's hard job, man. I don't
Maybe you didn't, but you could have. You never know.
He might have not even taken it all the way off.
Yeah, you could have just like,
I can look at. Oh my God, there's a hundo.
Guess not.
I still feel like I'm aligned with Steven, Annie, and Drew, but I think that if we vote for Clay again, that might be a backlash against Annie. So I really, at this point, I don't know.
She won't vote for Clay. The only
Till the
chance
end.
The only chance is Steven. Because if Steven votes Clay, then I can vote Clay too, and it's 3-2.
Right.
Then is that going to piss her off and have her flip? Or is it smarter to like take out the quiet one and like Steven?
So we don't piss her off.
Yeah. And we can get Clay later.
But is Steven stronger physically?
But if we merge next,
it won't matter.
No. So I'll try to talk to her and see what she thinks.
Okay.
And maybe you can like get a feel for Clay.
Okay.
And see that way too.
Okay.
Maybe see if they're okay with that happening.
Okay.
And then we can reconvene and see.
Okay. I think everybody's kind of like in a fog right now because we really don't know who we want to vote off. But then a couple of names have been thrown out.
I feel good about this round. I don't think I'm going to get any votes again. So I'm just going along with it for now, and I'm going to make my move when I have to.
Still looking for the idol. So far we haven't turned up anything, but that could change come tribal council time.
Right now it looks like Steven or Clay.
Totally advance. And just right, Steven. Just put him down. Okay. All right. It's him and don't put. Okay. At this point, I'm just gonna kind of trust a few alliances that I have and see if they'll follow suit.
At this point, there appears to be two plans. It appears to be Avanya kind of wanting to get Steven out, and then it seems like the other side is wanting to get Avanya out. So I feel like at this point it's between those two.
Survivors, come on in. Getting familiar for you guys.
You're good. You can scoot in.
No,
we can all.
It'll probably be a better picture for.
So that's interesting. A big gap there, and Clay was the one who got votes last time. Does that speak to some divisions within this tribe? No, I think it's just a welcoming thing. I think we get to sit down. I think we're still closely
I think they
unified.
move pretty close too right now. So.
Yeah.
They're good.
So, what happened in that last challenge?
I fucked up.
So it's your fault?
I think it always comes down to the puzzles. So I saw the one that we needed, and I didn't put it in the right place. But ultimately, too, I thought it could have been vertical or horizontal. I didn't think it mattered. So even if I would have got that, I would have got it wrong because I didn't know. So I guess it's a mixture, but I feel like it primarily falls on me.
So, do you think that puts a target on you?
I think anytime you do a puzzle, it puts a target on you.
So, what about everyone else? What are you thinking? Bonnie, what are you thinking?
Maybe we should have asked more questions before the challenge, but again, none of us realized it had to be any certain direction, so that was a big part of it.
Annie, what are you thinking?
I think looking at like what each of us did in our each little position, I wouldn't have really changed anything. I think we all did a great job. I think they did a great job too. I think it was just down to the last second, you know. I couldn't really see what was happening over on this side because we were so far over there, but it looks like, you know, everybody was giving their all and doing their best.
So you guys lost 2 out of the 3 immunity challenges. So who's to blame?
Team. Yeah, it's still a team involved. Team. We don't have one specific person that we're like, oh, they're the reason.
I think on the last challenge, it was clear for our team who made the issue on their team, and you know. But I think all of the you know challenges that we've been in, I don't think that anybody in our team has really drawn anybody down or anything like that.
So a lot of people are running around. What are you guys hoping to accomplish with all your bonus running?
We have no idea.
I'm gonna pull a Josh answer. Well, that's pretty obvious.
We're looking for idols.
Looking for idols.
Looking for idols, Joshua. But I don't know. They're either really, really well hidden, or someone already has
Picked
it.
up by strangers.
Yeah,
We've
got different clues throughout the time, so we're not really sure what their clues
Yeah,
are
they're
and what our
conflicting.
clues
Yeah.
are.
Do you think that puts target on anyone's back?
No.
You guys running around?
We're looking as a team, and they're obviously looking as a team, so I don't think it puts a target on any individual. I think that's the way to do it.
So how do you think this division of vets versus newbies is working out? What's coming into play right now? Because you really haven't interacted with the other side yet.
I don't think they're going to welcome us with open arms.
Yeah.
They're going to try to pagong us and pick us off one by one. So our goal is simple. Again, the 4 who stay are going to be a solid block. We're going to try to infiltrate the newbies however we can. All we need if we merge next is one person to flip, and then we have the numbers. So
Plus, it's hard to tell if they're talking any strategy and stuff like that. So we don't know if they're talking strategy or if they're just hanging around, having fun. So once we kind of merge, we'll be able to kind of tell where they're at that point.
Well, one thing that's not going to be fun is the fact that one of you is getting voted out right now. So with that, let's go vote. So Steven, you're up first.
good day. Annie is trying to take control, and I do not like it.
Stick with my original choice.
Alright, I'll go tally the votes. Alright, if anyone else has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now would be the time to do so. Okay, once the votes have been voted, the decision is final. The person who received the most votes will be asked to leave tribal council area immediately. Department votes. First vote. Play. Second vote. Vanya. There's one vote Clay, one vote Vanya. Next vote. Vanya. There's 2 votes of Vanya. Second person voted off the Vets tribe. Vanya. Vanya, you want to vote? Vanya, the tribe has spoken.
Sorry,
Well,
Vanya.
you guys talked a lot about having 5 strong, but now you're down to 4. Are the numbers going to keep winning, or are you going to figure it out? Stay tuned for scenes from our next episode. Next time on Survivor. And you can drop your buffs. Yay!
Are we merged?
What do you think?
Well, you didn't say that, and you didn't have a buff, so you could be tricking us.
I forgot about that. Alright, I'll give you the buff.
But we are merged.
Alright, so we're going to go ahead and do this. So.
Well, I was blindsided by that. Had no idea that was about to happen, but good luck to them. I hope they can continue and physically be strong for this next few challenges.